Hi, my name's Hoyt. I've been going to Forefront for almost a year now. Um, been around the church for many years through friends who have gone to this church for quite some time. Um, Basically, my life, I've been aware of Jesus since young. I've always been aware of who he was. And it wasn't until high school when I think that I started questioning life and trying to figure out what life was about. And I guess that's when I started my journey of soul searching, trying to figure out who I was. Looking back on the years following high school and college, I realized that I've been pretty lucky to escape a lot of major tragedies, and I had my share of mistakes, bad decisions, bad choices. And the fact that none of them turned out to be huge tragedies that I'd still have to overcome today, I attribute to God's presence. About a year ago, my wife and I decided that our kids needed to be exposed. Even though we had questions and doubts and didn't know where we were, we needed to expose our kids so that they would be able to have that same knowledge that we grew up with to make their own decisions and choices and to understand what Jesus and God was about and how it affects people. Several months after that, there was a men's retreat, and I went on that retreat. And it was at that moment that I realized that all the soul searching that I've been doing over the many years of my life was not looking for my soul, but it led me to God. He let me take that journey on my own terms, and it was at the men's retreat that he tapped me on the shoulder and said, "All right, enough's enough. I'm what you've been looking for to figure out where your life fits." After that meeting with Dan, I decided that it was time for me to serve, that's what God was calling me to do. I think through serving, it's changed my relationship with God. The interesting thing is that I don't claim to know everything there is to know about how these experiences happen to everybody. I know that this is how it happened with me, that as soon as I started serving, you realize that when you serve for God, it takes you out of the equation. It helps to sustain you. If you serve for your ego or serve to get a pat on the back, or if you serve for anything other than for him, you can get burnt out. And I would suggest that anybody that wants to serve, whether you're a believer or non-believer, I would suggest to do so, because I think through doing that, you get exposed to people that are serving for God, and it changes you. It brings you closer to God. It helps you to experience what it is that we can do during our time here to help others and help others find God, to reach God, to hear the message of God through small things that you don't even realize are having such a huge impact. If there's anybody out there that isn't a believer but wants to serve, do it. It'll change you. Changed me.